Welcome to the second tutorial. Before starting calculation, we must have our input layers uploaded to the platform. The first one is Administrative Boundary Layer. You can upload a zipped shapefile of the layer and define the layer name. Or you can also import from an OWS URL such as GeoNode. Once uploaded, activate the layer and it will automatically be loaded into the map canvas. Another option is to use global dataset that we have linked from GeoBoundaries. You only need to select the area name and the administrative level. Then define the name and click Save. It will be loaded to your project. Click these buttons to remove active layers and zoom in to the layer region in the map canvas. You can also adjust the opacity of the layer and the legend view on the map canvas. This button also works for zooming in to the layer region. Click this button to view the attribute table of the layer. To modify the layer's settings and display, click this button. You can select the field name to be used as the label, and changing the color of the layer feature on the map. The Classes tab allows you to select the color manually for each feature class. If you want to remove a layer, click the X button. The next dataset to upload is hazard. The platform groups the hazard according to its type. To upload a layer, you can upload either a zipped shapefile or GeoTIFF data formats. Similarly, you can also use OWS or our linked global dataset from Giri UNEP. Select the available layer and choose the region to crop the layer. Fill the layer information such as name, hazard type, subtype, intensity type, intensity unit, return periods, representation years, and defined alternative or scenario if relevant. The layer will be automatically loaded into your project. If you have more than one layers to display, you can use opacity to adjust the transparency. If the layer consists of classes, you can turn it off from the display by clicking the class. You can also check the summary table of the raster layer, including the pixel size. This information is also available in chart format and exportable into XLSX. Click this button to open the layer setting and display. In Detail tab, select Single Class for layers with no classes, Automatic Class for discrete data, and User Defined for continuous data. Select the field to choose the band which represents the layer. The minimum and maximum values are used to filter the layer's values to be used. Lastly, select the classification method and color scheme as needed. The Detail tab is used to choose the color manually for each class and modify the label. EAR stands for Elements at Risk, which sometimes is referred to assets. We group them as buildings, grids, lines, polygons, and points. Similar as hazard, you can upload your files or link to your OWS URL. We also have linked global datasets from Giri, OvertureMap, and WorldPop. Select your datasets and input the information fields. Fill the layer name, EAR type, subtype, representation year, and alternative or scenario if applicable. Once loaded, you can adjust the layer settings, display, and view the attribute. Now, we are ready to perform exposure calculation. Two types of calculations are available, which are individual and aggregated. The calculation results are grouped into hazard and the paired EAR. To calculate exposure, you need to define the name and select a pair of hazard and EAR. The intensity choice is used to display the map into the canvas, but all intensities are still calculated. The result is categorized according to the hazard value classification defined earlier. You can select to a particular feature and see detailed attribute through pop-up feature. We can also see the results into summary table, detail table, chart, and exportable XLSX. For aggregated calculation, you must calculate at least one individual exposure first. Then select the individual exposure, admin level, and intensity to be applied. The result is the same as individual exposure, but on administrative boundary level. Stay tuned to the next videos for further tutorials.